Welcome to the Laugh Tale podcast. I'm your host, DiamondG, and we have Dill and we have Rolex.
Hey guys,
Hey
what's up?
guys.
So we're going to talk about chapter 1054, absolute banger of a chapter. I think Dill and Rolex will agree with that. So,
100%. This chapter is so banging that we had to start this podcast three times.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
All right, third
just
time's the
incredible.
charm.
I know, right? Third time's a charm.
So, all right, so maybe I'll start with some things I liked and some things I didn't like. So, some things I liked about this chapter. We actually have a bit more insight into Shanks's motivations. I think Shanks has been the most mysterious character of One Piece, yet he's the most hyped character of One Piece, and people make the biggest assumptions about him, like being the strongest character, I guess, like the strongest being that's alive right now in the One Piece world. Um, and we actually get more insight into like what his actual motivations are, and I think we'll dig deep more into that later on. But I think that's like the thing I like the most about this chapter. The thing I didn't like so much, uh, I honestly can't say I don't like this chapter. Like I like pretty much everything about this chapter. It was just so good. Even after I got like access to the early spoilers that were leaked on Reddit. Like honestly, it's been honestly I don't think there was any major downside or any notable downside in my opinion.
Oh, I 100% agree with you.
Um, yeah. So what do you think, Rolex? What do you think? What are some things you liked and some things you didn't like? Just overall before we get into like getting
Yeah,
deep into the chapter.
yeah. So, unlike my fellow co-host here, I didn't read the spoilers, so I went straight into the chapter without knowing what's gonna happen, and I gotta say, it blew my mind too. By far, my favorite part was when Shanks was like, "Oh, it's about time to go get it," and he's like, "The One Piece." And I was like, "Whoa, this really just
I
blew my
know,
mind." Like, he
um,
probably already knows where it is then, which what I'm guessing. So he probably has the last road poneglyph as well. But we'll discuss more about that later. Another thing I like is just Green Bull's devil fruit, I would say. Like the forest fruit and the way he was using it. Like, I mean, his design has a trees kind of jokes. Like,
yeah.
it kind of reminded me of one of the homies on
I know, right?
Cake,
From
Whole Cake
Poke.
Island.
Yeah, yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. Kind of jokes there, and like how he's using his attack patterns and stuff. It's pretty sick.
Mhm. That's true.
And then how Momo came up with the Boro breath. Like the thing about this chapter, it was funny. Plus, it had a lot of
Hmm.
content in it too. So it's pretty.
True.
I'll say it's like a 9 out of 10 chapter for sure.
That's good.
And then also like all the reveals. Like for like the past year and a half, we've been wondering what happened at Reverie, and we finally get to find out what that was. So apparently, Sabo killed King Cobra,
Yeah,
and Vivi's
I've,
gone missing. So
I've, sorry for cutting you. I have a theory we have to talk about that after, but yeah, go
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. We'll just go through all what happened in the
Yeah,
chapter, and we could go talk about those theories after.
yeah,
But yeah, so when if you guys remember in the other chapter, we saw that small picture of Sabo where everyone was dancing in that one country.
yeah. I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, so now we know why he's the Flame Emperor.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I like how that parallel too. Like Luffy became a Yonko and Sabo became a Flame Emperor too. So that was pretty cool as
Hmm.
well. But yeah,
But what
so
is it? Sorry, go on.
no, I was just gonna say like this chapter was pretty sick. Like,
I agree.
hmm
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
What do you think, Dill? What's
Well,
your
for
opinion?
me, I have to like piggyback off you guys really. Okay, so this whole time I know you guys have heard our previous podcast, I was saying that, Shanks is a good guy. Actually, there's no way Shanks is a bad guy, right? At this chapter, I'm like, what the? I don't know, man. Because like the way he said, let's get the One Piece, it seems like he has other motives rather than, and we don't know what these motives are. Like, I honestly thought his motives to help Luffy find the One Piece and get there. So if he's going to get the One Piece, I feel like he probably has other motives, right? So I feel like that information there that was given was like one of the biggest things ever.
I've been
Another thing
saying
that
that for a while now.
I
Just
know,
saying.
so I'm telling you, like after this, I'm like, damn, maybe Rolex might be right. I
Yeah,
might have to
Rolex has
die.
been calling this out since
Uh,
time.
I know. Another thing I really liked about this chapter is that it was a huge throwback to like our earliest chapters. We see a huge flashback to what happened to like Shanks's arms and everything. So I thought that was really nice touch to the thing. And once again, the greatest thing about this chapter is Shanks. Him appearing after so long and his details and everything. I really enjoyed this chapter because of that. And then there's Usopp's dad saying that he doesn't want to even see Usopp because he's like, you know what, not yet. And then I thought that was pretty funny too. Yeah, there was a lot of information given, and especially like a lot of the news that we were given. I don't know. Well, we have to see how everything plays out in the future. Hopefully, everything plays out well, but we'll see. For as of what I didn't like, I don't know. I don't think there's much to not like in this chapter. Other than I thought this chapter was really well put. As for chapter that's like the first chapter for returning back after a 4 week break, I thought this chapter is really well written. I thought this is good, perfect. I really enjoyed it with a lot of information, a lot of info, and it touched upon everything that he had to touch upon from returning back from the past. So now I guess it sets up the future for One Piece now. So as Oda said, it's the beginning of the One Piece starting now. So I'm
Well
excited.
said. Well said. So I guess we'll go sort of point by point in terms
Mhm.
of the major events of the chapter.
Okay.
So, all right. So like the first thing that really happened was Green Bull's attack on
On.
Wano,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think like the best thing about this part,
Hmm.
well, besides like we kind of learn like the motivations of Green Bull, like he's not like a good natured
Yeah.
admiral, right? Like pretty seems pretty evil, right?
Yeah.
Because he
Like
was like, "Yo, we'll just kill off all your citizens. There's no laws here, so screw you guys."
exactly.
Yeah,
Especially
Uh,
because he said celestial dragons are gods. So it shows that, like, for him, he is ingrained into that systematic thing where he thinks that, okay, the Marines are the people that protect the gods, right? So he thinks that they're gods and they have to be protected.
mhm.
Well, that's the biggest flaw. So you can tell that his justice is completely different from the other two, right? So I think this, like, it goes back to what we said before. His is, I forget what justice he has, but it makes sense. So he does seem like a big bad guy. So there's no way. Before introduction of Green Bull, I thought he would help out Luffy and the gang, but after this, there's no way. Man's
yeah,
going
no way
home
in
with like
hell.
heads. Yeah.
And I think it was really cool that like Momo tried to like 1v1 an admiral in
Mm.
his dragon form. Like if you told me this like maybe 2 years ago that Momo might do something like this, like I would not believe you at all.
Even if you check one of the panels, you can see him crying. He's like, "Yo, I don't even want to do this myself, but fuck it, gotta do it for the team."
Yeah.
It was funny. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
What
how
do you
did like the samurai know he was coming though? Because last time he left, he was leaving Udon prison, and then now he's
I
kind
guess
of
word spreads, right? I'm assuming they like look at this. Wherever he walks, there's flowers, right? So if you look even
yeah.
from afar, you're just like, okay, what's going on? Why is there a patch of land just being grown, right? So I think that might have given them some insight, but
Hmm.
I don't think they knew it was an admiral until they got there, right?
Yeah. What
So
do
I
you?
think that's what. Pardon me?
Sorry. What do you think of his powers?
I think they're strong, bro. I think his powers like he was saying a lot of things I felt like were like hints to the future. Like he's saying like a source of life that rivals the seas, like stuff like that. He was saying about his power, right? So I'm just like maybe he does have like special abilities that'll like work against other hockey users, right? Like you know how the sea stone. I feel like he kind of has powers like that too. I don't know. Maybe like
Nah, I
he
don't.
can
That
absorb.
was too OP, man. I doubt that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think he has an OP power though. Think about this. He took down the vice. He took down king and queen.
But they were already
Yeah.
injured, right? So,
Mm. Yeah,
No, but they had a week
yeah, they had
to
a week to
recover.
recover too.
Okay.
So,
oh, true. I guess.
They got wrecked.
but I think his power looks strong.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think if someone was to fight him from Luffy's gang, it's got to be Zoro.
Yeah, he's
I
just.
feel like the samurai might actually hold them back.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I'm
I
talking
think
about
so.
like
Yeah.
Final War, like in Final War
Yeah.
arc.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Final War. Final
yeah.
War, yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Because like no one else can like only Zoro would work like effective against him.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right,
Next
so I guess move
thing.
on. Yep,
Yeah.
move on to the next thing.
So
So
which one?
Shanks being near the shores of Wano, he decided not to meet Luffy supposedly at Wano, and he's going to go after Bartolomeo.
So why
So
do you guys think he was there?
yeah, why was
Um,
he there in the first place? That's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't even think about that actually. To be honest, I just thought he might have just got lost and
He
be
was
like, "Oh,
on the
cool."
shore. No, I knew about it, and I don't know the answer. because it's like the only reason I could think of it was to meet Luffy. But what if he's there to like go after like a poneglyph and not meet Luffy directly?
Yeah, I don't think he has all the poneglyphs. I think he still has to get obtain them. I think his motive changed after finding out Luffy's growing at a rapid rate. I think that's
No,
probably what happened.
I think he
He
has
has,
all four. Because how else could he say, let's go for the One Piece?
but that's like saying that it also implies that he has to find those poneglyphs, right? It doesn't imply that he already found it, because then that would make the story.
No, like the way he said it, it's claim it. Like,
Yeah, it's as if he knew,
yeah,
right?
it's not like let's go
Unless the
find it.
translation's off.
I
Yeah.
don't. Do you really think the story would go where Shanks go to the island and waits for Luffy to come there?
No, I'm just saying he has all the information to go get it, and he's going to go get it now. Okay, so that's one thing. Like, okay, he knows where it is, so why is he going now? That's one question. And then another question is,
Luffy.
like, okay, so he knew Luffy was going to be awakening his fruit.
We don't know that. We just knew that Luffy ate the fruit. He probably sees the awakening and sees that as a key, and that's why he wants to go to the One Piece. Because look, he's looking at Luffy's poster with the awakening form. No, there's no other way he would know that unless he's seen the poster. That's when he's. I'm telling you, Luffy getting awakening changes motive. He's like, oh fuck, things are probably moving faster than they have to be, so I have to start moving
Yeah,
Right,
my
yeah,
that could be it
pieces.
too.
yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe he started to make his move and
Yeah,
then realized, Luffy achieved Emperor status and got the
yeah,
awakening that
yeah.
he expected, or at least he was hoping for.
Mm,
And then he was like, okay, fuck it. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, the thing about Roger is, how long did it take Roger to get to like thing, right? So he probably still thinks like Luffy's gonna take that long too, but Luffy got lucky with like the training he got, right? So works out that way too.
Yeah. So another thing that was mentioned was like Yasop didn't want to meet Usopp.
Yeah, I want to know about that. I don't know why.
Father of the Year
I
award.
know. Maz left his dying wife and kid on an island and says, "Nah, it's too early to meet my kid. It's been 7 years, but it's too early. I'll wait a bit."
What do you
His,
think
his,
his excuse is? I went out for cigarettes, guys.
I went to get milk. Sorry.
Alright, I think we should stop there.
Okay.
Like,
What else do you think? You're saying something,
no, like
Rolex?
they also talk about Kid here too.
Oh, but that's like
Yeah.
they listing things that they want to do, right? But
Yeah, I mean, they kind of just said offhand, right? And yeah, and then Shanks makes his declaration that
Yeah,
he's gonna go after the One Piece.
I'm still just curious why he's there. Like, why is he at
And
Wano of all places?
I don't know.
Maybe
That's like
it's
the
like
biggest mystery.
maybe he heard
It's
about
just
the
a
fight.
tease, man. It's a tease.
No, like maybe he heard about the fight between Luffy and Kaido, and he wanted to go see who won or
yeah,
something. And then if Luffy didn't win, he was going to take Kaido down himself or something, or the other way around.
or yeah, you probably just wanted the devil fruit. What if? To be honest, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, that could be it, eh? If Luffy died there,
you would have. Yo,
maybe
yeah.
he
Take
knows
this
of a
in.
way to get the
Take this
fruit
in.
back.
Shanks is wherever Luffy's about to die. He was at the Marineford War right as Luffy was about to die. He's at Wano as Luffy's about to die. Something sus about this guy, you know?
Oh, that's a good
Oh
point.
shit.
That is a good
And
point.
That's a
Shanks also
good
doesn't have a
point.
devil fruit too, guys. Remember, Shanks doesn't have a devil fruit either. That's also kind of sus.
I mean, he
Luffy's
could have
waiting for
ate
that
the
time.
fruit when he had it too,
That's
right?
true though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luffy's
why
waiting
did
for
he
it.
eat fruit? That's a good question. What if Joy Boy is meant to be like a sacrificial thing, right? And that's why
I don't
he chose not to eat the fruit. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna die if I eat this
know.
to get the One
Hmm.
Piece or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's
I,
gonna kill Luffy to get the One Piece, you're saying?
Yeah, maybe. You never know. Never know, because there's like hardly any
I'm telling
information.
you, if the biggest twist is Shanks the bad guy, I'll just be like, what the?
I'm
He has
just
to do it right. He has to do it right, and I'm
yeah.
sure he will do it right.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, he would
But
do it right. That's why.
The day that happens,
It'd be a crazy
yo,
twist.
I'm gonna do a whole lap around the world.
I got you, yo. I'll buy you food that day, don't worry.
All right, you guys heard it here. He's buying me food.
It's
You,
gonna
you
be
heard it
another
here
20
first.
years, so don't worry, I got you.
yeah. Another low-key moment on the Shanks section is like the young apprentices talking about Luffy as he's some kind of demon.
Mm,
It's like
I saw that too.
when it's like Shanks and Buggy were on Roger's ship. It's like
I know, right?
yeah, it's now like these kids are on Shanks' ship. So
Crazy. If you were, I have a question for you though. Yeah?
yeah,
If you were in the One Piece world, would you guys be pirates? Like, would you guys like be apprentices on the ships?
apprentice on the ship.
They lose kids. Those are like
I
It would
mean,
suck to live in the One Piece world without like a power.
yeah,
no, not really. Think about it. A lot. The strongest power is hockey. Yo. If you can learn to
No,
use hockey, it's
I'm
good.
saying if you had like, but normal people they can't use hockey effectively.
I
yeah,
mean, it's because they don't train their hockey ability,
Yeah,
right?
but let's just say you're like a normal average person of the One Piece world. Like you're probably not
Oh,
gonna.
that'd be shitty, bro. That's like if
Yo,
you're
you
like a
take
regular one of the
everything and
super.
anything
Yeah,
to kill you.
you're like, fuck. What's the point? At that point, you just go eat a devil fruit though, because if you have hockey, you have devil fruits too, right? So it's like a mix and
Well, I'm
match.
saying if you were a normal person, if you didn't
Yeah, even if
have
you're
like
no, even
devil
if you're a normal
fruit.
person, you can still eat a devil fruit.
No, I'm saying if you didn't have access to a devil fruit, you don't have access to hockey.
That's true. Devil fruits
I
are
would
pretty
not
rare
want to
too.
live
Yeah,
there.
you're 100% right.
And what if your devil fruit power was like, okay, I can become a banana.
You guys
It could be
banana.
something so stupid
mm,
and useless.
the
Yeah,
fruit
that's true.
model banana.
I know. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, next thing we'll talk about Sabo killing Cobra
Hold on.
and
I
thing.
wanna touch on Ben Beckman.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, who?
Yeah.
a Ben Beckman.
Oh, yeah,
Shank.
yeah, yeah. From Shanks Crew. Yeah, let's hear
Yeah.
him.
He looks so scary, man. This guy's just sitting there, and he's
He
like,
looks worried.
nah. He looks chill. Like honestly, I just want to know what he is. Like I just remember in Marineford,
Hmm.
the
He's a
admiral's
sniper,
like,
isn't he?
isn't he Shanks' right hand too?
Yeah,
No,
but I
isn't
thought he's.
no, isn't
Oh, Yasop
Yasop
sniper.
Yasop's
Yeah,
his.
yeah, Yasop sniper. My bad, my bad.
But like, if Zoro's gonna fight him, that's gonna be sick. I just want to know what his power
Yeah,
is.
but does he have a sword though? I've never seen him use a sword
Nah,
before.
he has a gun.
Oh, yeah, he
Nah,
looks sick, yo. He's
yeah.
probably one of the coolest ones out of his crew.
Nah, I'm just so curious about him. Well, how is he so strong too? Like,
Yeah, I want to know.
how is everybody on the Shanks crew so strong?
Yeah,
The man's
apparently
feeding them
everyone's equal.
steroids.
Well, I
Mm,
mean, not equal, but like everyone's strong. Like
No,
all
mm,
the main
like I think
people.
they someone said that they had the highest average bounty or something.
Yeah, they're the most balanced crew.
Yeah, so
So it's not like one person has a shit ton of power. They're all like pretty strong.
yeah, and I'm actually thinking about it now. These guys kind of match up with Luffy's crew too.
do they?
If you're
But you
if
really think Usopp and Yasop are going to go up against each other?
well, yeah, because what?
It's like I gotta get and my child support.
Wait, do they like each other? What's their relationship though?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I don't think Usopp met his father, did he?
But that's a good question. I don't
Yeah,
know
he
either.
hasn't.
Did
I don't
he?
think. Oh no.
But
I don't
think
think he
about it.
has.
Yo, in how many animes have you seen a father and son fight?
Oh, that's true. That's like almost every other anime. You're right.
Yo, exactly.
You're right. You're right.
Imagine the emotional weight behind that fight too. Odo won't let that
That's
go.
true. That's true. I mean, the more no. Okay, first of all, pause. The emotional weight isn't going to be between those two. It's gonna be between Luffy and Shanks. They're going to have much more of an
Yeah,
emotional
yeah,
thing.
obviously.
So it's going to take away from these guys. So
Mm. And then looks like
okay.
Sanji would fight the
Okay.
fat
Oh no,
guy.
one second.
But yeah, I think we're straying too far. So, on to the next
Yeah,
topic.
let's just move on. The Sabo killed Cobra, possibly, and Vivi's disappearance.
All right.
I honestly don't think Sabo
So,
killed Cobra.
sorry
I
about that. Yeah, sorry,
yeah
I'm okay. Yeah. But yeah, sorry, go on.
yeah. So we moved on to the next topic.
Okay, let's hear it.
What's
So
your
Sabo killed Cobra,
what's
Vivi's
your
disappearance.
theory on that?
I'll tell you guys. It's not my theory, okay, guys. I don't want you to say it's my. I read on the chapter. It was someone wrote it on the thing. So they're saying how they think that Sabo didn't kill Cobra. It was him and the Gorosei that decided to kill Cobra and put the blame on Sabo. And Sabo, because of that, ran away with Vivi, like saved her and kidnapped her. Not kidnapped her, just took her to a safe place because he knows that they want to kill her too, right? So that's the theory.
I read the same theory, so
Yep.
I'm
So
pretty
I
sure.
think,
And I
yeah.
think that makes sense though.
It does, 100%. Because, like, I don't see the need for Sabo to kill Cobra. Because Cobra, even though he was part of the 20 kingdoms that attacked the Great Kingdom, but he's also against, like, the Celestial Dragons, against what they stand up for. So, I don't think he has any reason to kill them.
Yeah, like Cobra already knew he was going to die, like for some time now. So
Like, natural death or murder?
no murder. Like I'm pretty
Oh,
sure the government wanted to kill this guy.
Yeah, no, so like
Like
what I think is I think Vivi was the target, right?
Mhm.
So like you remember Emu had the
Oh,
pictures of the thing.
yeah,
It was Blackbeard, Vivi, and
yeah, yeah,
Luffy,
yeah.
right? So I
Luffy,
think
yeah,
remember
and
how
Poseidon.
yeah. So like remember when Emu's like the Gorosei asked Emu who should we get rid
Which
of, right?
light?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think she said Vivi,
yeah.
and they were gonna kill Vivi, but Cobra came in to save Vivi, and he died. And
Oh,
Sabo, seeing that, one saved Vivi and took her away.
okay. You know, I agree. I think
Yeah, I think
instead of
that's the
Sabo
most.
seeing it, maybe Cobra knew and made sure that he dies so that Vivi doesn't die. But he knew that was gonna happen, so he probably told Sabo himself,
Hmm.
like, "Yo, help take Vivi out here, protect her and shit like that."
Yeah, because I think last time we saw Cobra too, he was gonna talk to the girl, say, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's probably gonna plead his case, but yo, don't kill my daughter, please.
No, I think he wanted to talk about something else, the
Oh,
warlord system or something.
oh, was it? Okay, I don't know.
I don't remember.
I
It's been so
forget.
long. It's been like
Yeah,
3 years, man.
so I forget half these things. But yeah,
Hmm.
I guess makes sense.
Yeah, but why is Sabo considered like uh savior though?
Yeah, like the Flame Emperor, the
Yeah,
god.
it doesn't make sense, does it?
No, because he's part of the Revolution Army, right? Those they're also fighting for what Luffy's fighting for. Their job is to liberate slaves. I think that's why where it comes from, because they liberated. Oh, we forgot to talk about the biggest thing in this chapter. Kuma's finally free now, or
Oh
whatever
yeah,
his name
yeah.
is.
Oh
So
yeah,
they liberate him. Like that's what I mean. So I think because of these actions are being made, and they're seeing, oh, Saba's the one who's doing it. I think that's why he's has a high praise, and they're like, and naming him the Flame Emperor is fucking huge, yo. I
Hmm.
but
didn't even know that
Cobra
was a
was
title.
kind of associated with like what the government did, right? Like
Yeah, in
to
the
like
past.
common people.
Yeah.
Uh,
So if when he died, like they might have been like, oh yeah, screw that guy.
That's what they said though, because they said that Sabo and these guys had plans where when all the kings went to the Rivery, that the uprising will happen back home because they're not too there to like make moves, right? So I think that's what would happen. That's why Sabo's seen as a king because they he made all these plans and executed the plans, and then it actually worked out where most of the slaves are already liberated, and yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Yeah.
so.
Imagine
So,
Sabo's bounty now. So,
bro, who do you think has the highest bounty?
well, last time we
Because
checked, Sabo's bounty was 602. He was eight.
six oh
That's
oh
six
shit.
hundred two million. So
Okay,
it's probably
nice.
like close to 2 billion now.
Yeah, but
yeah,
they said even when they released those four booklets, they even said that they haven't really shown like other people's bounties that could have bigger
Hmm.
implications, right? Such
Yeah.
as the
Buggy beef.
Revolutionary Dragon. Yo, Buggy the Bee. Oh man, I want to see how much Buggy's thing is, and then also Rocks. Yo, I want to see how much his bounty is. I think his bounty might be higher than Gold Roger's because of what he stood for. But
Hmm.
then Gold Roger actually became king, right? Pirate King, so maybe not.
yeah. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
Dragon and Zabek might have close, slimmer amounts.
Okay. But do you think they're higher than Roger though?
Maybe.
but
Yeah.
Dragon was the most wanted man before,
Hmm.
I
right?
think he still is.
Yeah.
So wouldn't his bounty be higher if
Yeah, I
he's the most
think
wanted man? He
yeah,
would have
maybe
to be
you're
the
right.
highest, right? Maybe not the high. Like if we look at just the pirates, it's Shanks.
What if
But
his bounty is 10 billion? Like all the money Marineford has 10 billion. Like, you know what? That's it. 10 billion. We'll offer you
yeah,
everything
I
we have.
don't know. It's your guess is as good as anyone's guess
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
really have no idea. Like I think Dragon is more mysterious than Shanks.
Yeah, I guess.
We've only seen him like a handful of
That's
times.
actually so true. We seen Yo, we think Shanks is mysterious, bro. Dragon shows up even less than Shanks, and he's like, oh man.
Mm.
I want to see his powers. I know he has a dub for the mist or rain power, whatever. Fuck
Everyone's
that.
saying it's
Or the
like the
question
wind
mark.
fruit,
Yeah, yeah,
wind
makes
element.
sense.
Well, I don't know. We don't know that for sure. So
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
have to
wait till
see.
that comes up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
So
then
what do you guys think of Sabo's new title, the Flame
Flame
Emperor?
Emperor.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess because they see him using like, the flame fruit, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. It kind of
Yeah,
it's like Luffy becomes a pirate emperor and he becomes the flame emperor at the same time. It's pretty
Yeah, I
yeah.
cool.
know, right? It's
Yeah.
pretty
Maybe
cool.
knows relation to Luffy, so then
Yeah.
that's probably where the Emperor came from. I'm not
Hmm.
sure. All right,
Yeah.
and then Akainu makes an announcement that he's gonna attack on all fronts.
Let's talk about Black Horse. What's his name? Tenshi, Black Horse, whatever.
Oh, that guy.
The yeah. Have you ever seen him before?
Nah, I don't think
The
No,
first time, right?
I don't think he's that important, to be honest.
Mm.
yeah, he looks like a random person.
But
Yeah.
this guy has his name is Black Horse out of like everything else, right? Like all the other guys have Green Bull and like all that shit. So
I think he's just a person who works for the thing, government.
mm,
Yeah, but the Navy Criminal Affairs Unit. I don't think
yeah,
we've seen anyone
yeah. I don't think we've ever
specifically
seen
from
that.
that.
Yeah.
I think that's the important thing here.
What
Navy.
does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, what does that
It's
even
just
mean?
I don't understand that, bro. There's a bunch of fucking words put together to confuse me.
it's
That's all it
just
is to me.
like I mean, yeah, they apparently, according to what it says here, they just investigate anything that the Navy deems to be sort of criminal against the law, I guess, right? But is
Is
that
that what
actually true?
is that what Marines are doing already? So they have a
No,
cop inside a cop unit? I don't understand.
exactly.
That's like if
Yeah,
you had a cops and like, oh no, I'm the cops. Cops are like, what does that mean, bro?
yeah. Who the
No, I'm
hell
just
knows?
investigating. Oh man, this is crazy.
They could be doing something completely different for all we know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
That's true. That's true.
And yeah, and then kind of it's just like, fuck it. Gonna go after before there was like, nah, we have too many people facing the
Yeah.
warlords, but now it's like, okay, we're gonna attack everyone.
You know what it is?
We're
I know.
taking over.
Wait, I don't know if you guys remember this. Back then, Vegapunk was working on something to get rid of the warlords, right?
Yeah.
I think he might have completed it. That's why the warlord system is gone. So the next few chapters, I think they're going to introduce whatever he was working on to the fight. Like they're going to be taking over now, and that's going to be like our big next big bad guys. Pretty much, they're going
Yeah,
to be
no,
stronger than admirals for sure, and I think that's who they're going to fight.
they did mention that in the thing. They're like, there's some the SSG. We made a weapon that could get rid of
Yeah.
the thing.
Are they
Yes,
stronger than the admirals? I don't
I
think.
I don't think
no,
so.
I you don't think I think they because I feel like they might be,
No.
but we'll
No, I
see.
think they're like a level below. So like you know how
Yeah.
there's three powers:
Uh
Yonkos,
huh.
admirals, and the warlords. They
Uh
just
huh.
replaced the warlords in that.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense. And yeah,
So one thing I
so
think we missed was a kind of he's like in the Holy Land. The gods' knights have jurisdiction. I think those gods' knights might be new
wait,
characters. We might be
what are you talking about?
so in like in the chapter when Akainu was talking, he's saying like the gods'
Oh,
knights have jurisdiction, so leave it to them, right?
oh, so they like these guys can't even get involved, bro. They're introducing
Yeah.
another whole another level of,
No, but
bro.
the wait, hold on, hold on. I
God,
know
yeah,
these are God's knights, but like, aren't they just like referring to the celestial dragons?
No,
I
so
don't think
like
so.
the celestial dragons, they have their own fighting unit. Is what that's what I'm that's called the gods' knights.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking. Because if you
oh,
read
you
it,
think
it's
it's like
like
its own thing,
saint.
I
basically.
I think you're 100% right on that.
That
Yeah,
makes
you could be
sense too,
right.
like because they're not part of the marine or
Yeah,
anything,
because
right?
admirals are never there for those guys, eh?
Yeah. So imagine like these gods knights are some next level characters too.
Bro, I think that's true.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it
think
could be stronger than the Marines for all we know. So,
yeah, they'll be sick though when they come. We get to see them too.
which kind of explains why how like the celestial dragons survived for so long,
Hmm.
but with hundreds and hundreds of years where we don't even know if the Marines controlled
Yeah,
like
because the
most of the
Marines were
world
only at
100
Marine.
years ago.
The
Yo,
Marine.
there's also sorry, go on.
No, I was saying like because the Marines were only at Marie because Reverie was happening, right? So
Yeah,
apart
otherwise
from
not there.
that, yeah, apart
Right?
from that, I think the Gods Knights would probably uh protect that area,
Which
Yeah,
area?
Marie.
Yeah, I think so. And also, yeah, maybe. I
so it
guess so.
makes you think a little bit.
Yeah. I was looking at the Wikipedia. I mean, the Reddit of One Piece. Someone was talking about the four gods of One Piece. Do you guys, the four gods are the god of sun, god of rain, god of forest, and god of earth. It was in one of the panels, chapter 287. So the sun god, right? So does that mean there's still like another four devil fruits that can
No, I think I
uh,
remember this. It was in like the Skype arc, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. When they're like on a boat traveling, they're talking about the different
Yeah,
gods.
yeah. that might be true. I think maybe that's what. There was a rumor out there that Blackbeard's looking for one of those fruits as well.
Oh
Ooh.
Yeah.
And the
shit.
thing about the god of the forest, what if this guy, the forest, what if that's the god of the forest fruit? I doubt it, though. That'd be fucking.
Oh, that'll be pretty insane. So that means Luffy has one of them.
And the god of earth, what if that's the
Akaino's fruit.
earthquake? Yeah.
Oh
No,
no,
no, no, no. Thing has
Crazy?
earthquake.
no,
Bad
it's
thing
Oh,
has a.
earthquake
tremor fruit
Yeah.
though.
And the
armor,
god of rain is thing's fruit, dragon's fruit.
Maybe.
maybe.
So like these guys all have these powerful ass fruits and they come in the end. But yeah. Anyways, the King's Knights, I agree. I think that's the thing. Can't wait for thing to introduce another level thing. Because I feel like Marines, like admirals, yeah, they're strong. But I feel like a lot of people already reached that level of admirals. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Like a lot of the pirates, like they can beat the admirals. So having like another level above them is actually crucial.
Yeah, and I think at this point, since we already seen them in action now,
Hmm.
like Akainu we saw at Marineford and
Yeah.
stuff, I don't think they'll be the main villains,
No.
right? So maybe the
Yeah.
God's Knights are like being placed here.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. What if? Do you think we've seen any of the gods and knights before?
And I doubt it.
That's true.
No.
That's true. I was thinking about no, no, no.
You
Yeah,
know
that's
how
true.
there's a rebellion going on, right?
Where?
Uh, Around the world, there's a rebellion.
Hmm.
There's like 8 kingdoms. Do you think those 8 are all related to Luffy?
What do you mean related to Luffy?
So like Fishman Island, Alabasta. No, I doubt Alabasta since they're
No, Alabasta's not there
yeah,
because that's already a part of the 20 Kingdom.
yeah, that's true. So it's probably not the 8.
Yeah, it's probably like I don't know. I actually don't know what AU could be.
Well,
That's,
so the rebellions, like when they're rebelling, they're using Luffy's name and Sabo's name together. So
oh, nah, I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know about this. I have no clue.
So what do you
Some
guys
of these
think?
things I really can't even come up with anything because what I can just throw like a fucking random wrench into my plans and screw it up. So I'm gonna just let him do
yeah.
So what do you guys think will happen in the next
next.
chapter?
At this point, man, I
No,
have no clue.
It could go anywhere.
same, bro. You're asking me, and I don't even know, man. I don't
Yeah.
even think this chapter. I don't even know what to say about this chapter.
Last week we talked about what we think next is gonna happen. I think this chapter just
None of
breaks
that.
all that.
Yeah, I don't think did anything that we talked about even happen this chapter.
No, because
Nope.
we were talking about how he's gonna go save Sabo, Vivi,
Yep.
Yep,
and
Nope.
all
It's
that.
yep.
fine.
Sabo's like,
Yeah.
ah, fuck you guys. I already saved myself. Fuck you.
But Vivi's disappeared, but maybe she's
Yeah.
with Sabo, but we don't really know
I
that.
I think I'm gonna think that's true though.
Hmm.
Cobra's dead.
Mhm.
And what else did we say? Uh, that he would just go after the One Piece, but we don't even know if that's true yet. There's no indication of it. There's
I don't think
foreshadowing.
he has all the. I don't think he has all the. Oh, he's talking
Yeah,
about
I
Luffy.
mean,
Oh,
like
sorry.
he's gonna go after like the next.
I thought you were talking about Shanks. I still don't think he has all the road poneglyphs.
I'm not talking about Shanks. I'm talking about Luffy.
No, no, I figured.
Yeah, so it can still go in that direction, but we don't.
Mhm.
This chapter doesn't really clarify. This is just
Hmm.
like
I think we gotta do
setting
a.
more things up.
I think we need to do another podcast this week just to talk about what we think's gonna happen next. So much happening, man.
Maybe, yo. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I saw that no break. As I said, no break. I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay. I
So I
think we're.
guess we'll end it off here.
Yeah, I think we're good here.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for listening. This is DiamondG signing off.
This is
Uh, that's
Rolex, and that's
And this is
Dill.
Dale. Thank you guys so much for today. I hope you guys enjoy our podcast. We'll
Uh,
see you guys next time.
yes, please don't forget to subscribe, like,
And like
and comment.
and leave a comment. Tell me that I look good. No, sorry.
You're a beautiful man, man.
Thanks. Listen, all right. I'm ugly. I need this ego boost once in a while, all right?
All right,
All right.
guys, take care.
Thank you guys.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.